Okay, now let's move on to Buying Beverly Hills Season 2 teaser, revealing Mauricio's daughters breaking down crying amid Kyle Richards' separation. So I do have 2 trailers from Buying Beverly Hills Season 2 that we will definitely watch. So go ahead and like, subscribe, and share while I pull it up for you. So let's go to the article first from Screen Rant, and then we will watch the 2 trailers, okay? So here it is. Buying Beverly Hills Season 2 picks up with some interpersonal drama as viewers get the opportunity to see things from Mauricio Umansky's perspective in a preview clip from the upcoming season. The show features the luxury real estate brokerage, The Agency, which is run by Mauricio. His daughters Farah and Alexia have been heavily featured on the show in the past, as both work for The Agency as well. While the series didn't delve into much personal drama between Mauricio and Kyle Richards last season, things are changing in the newest installment of the series. In a preview clip of Season 2, Mauricio tearfully sits down with Farah, Alexia, and Sophia to discuss their impending separation. I had an amazing 26 years with your mom, Mauricio shares with his daughters around a table in their sprawling backyard. I wanted to do everything possible to just save it. So, your mom came to me and talked to me, and she said, I think I need space. Kyle and Mauricio's daughters were all stunned into silence. Dun, 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 dun. Continuing to share details of where his and Kyle's marriage stood, Mauricio shared, the rules are that, you go out, you date, you do whatever it is that you want to do. I don't want you to be asking me what I'm doing, like we are separated, Mauricio explained. Mauricio explained he'd be taking some time for himself. I need some time and a clear head, he shared. Maybe I'll go spend a month in Aspen. The girls were understandably tearful and hurt. Now, this is important because this whole I'm going to go spend a month in Aspen foreshadows what we already know to be true. So remember that all of the stuff with Mauricio and the influencers and the young girls skiing in Aspen, that's what he's referring to now. Because remember, they filmed this months ago. So when he's like, oh, I'm going to go spend some months in Aspen, they're filming the show. And everyone was like, oh, Mauricio's out here with like champagne and influencers and skiing. All of that was for the show. And we called that over here at the Candy Cane. I was like, I don't think Mauricio, is he smashing? Maybe, maybe not. But I'm not saying it's like a relationship where he's dating them. I said, this to me looks like a sponsored campaign. Turns out it was. It was for the show, okay? And then this is what he's foreshadowing. When he says, maybe I'll spend a month in Aspen, now we know what he was doing in Aspen. Dun, 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 dun. When Alexia and Sophia were having a hard time articulating their thoughts surrounding separation, now this might be mean, but whatever. Alexia and Sophia, they have a hard time speaking in general. Like, have you guys seen the show or see them? It's like, and I mean this seriously, not in a mean-spirited way. I'm being jokey and kinky, not in like in a real mean way. But what's her name? Alexia is 27, 28, but she skews like she's 14 or 15. And I don't mean in looks. I mean in like everything. Like, it's really weird. So it's really funny. They're saying having a hard time articulating their thoughts. If you've seen them talk, it's like, come out with it. And Alexia is like a mini Kyle. I mean, the way she talks, her cadence, she's basically, if you closed your eyes, you would think it was Kyle talking. It's bizarre. Anyway, Farah shared that having conversations like this is so weird, with Mauricio agreeing, our life has just changed so much. Sophia shared tearfully before Farah continued, I definitely could not predict it where my life was going to be 1 year ago. I'm sorry we're all going through this, Alexia, who shares an incredibly close bond with Mauricio, explained. Sorry for all of us. Sorry for you guys, she said towards her sisters before turning to her father. I'm sorry for you. Now, again, this is more foreshadowing. It's saying how Alexia has a particularly close bond with Mauricio. She does. They're very, very close. Of course, he loves little Portia, because she's like the baby, but he does have a very, very close relationship with Alexia. And we kind of see how he favors her even over Farah. And again, Alexia is about 27, 28. Farah, sorry if I say her name interchangeably. I apologize. She's about mid-30s, I want to say. And she's killing it and she's smart. But as we'll see in the previews, it's like, oh, is he going to give the company, not give the company, but like give the bigger position to Alexia, which to me would be disrespectful as hell to Farah. And it's like, is it because she's not your blood daughter? Is that why the favoritism is going on? Or is it because she called you out last season about the agency taking too much of a commission from the agents? So last season, Farah basically confirmed that the agency was taking too much money. And she was even considering leaving, either leaving for another agency or to start her own, because she felt very uncomfortable about how much work she was doing versus how much money she was taking home. And she didn't say that. It was also the bin guy and other people. And just in general, they were complaining that the agency was taking too much commission from them. So maybe that's why he's favoring Alexia, because it's his blood and his favorite. And she's not complaining she's not getting paid enough because she doesn't do anything and she's making all this money. Explaining the family only realized there were issues in Kyle and Mauricio's relationship a few months prior, the girls were understandably hurt by the idea of a separation between their parents. Kyle, who has only appeared on Buying Beverly Hills briefly, and by briefly, it was literally like a 30-second FaceTime call when Farah got fake engaged to Alex, because as we all know, that engagement is over because he was non-committal and allegedly cheating on her, has been dealing with the drama that stemmed from her marriage falling apart publicly, but Mauricio's been tackling it behind the scenes. In an emotional moment with his daughters, Mauricio was able to articulate his feelings and hold space for theirs, but the drama is likely just getting started when it comes to the Umanskys on Buying Beverly Hills. Again, there's the question of, does Kyle and Mauricio's marriage problem hurt his business? My answer is hell no. I think it only helps. I think the fact that they are going through this split and everything going on, people who normally would not have watched Buying Beverly Hills are going to flock to Buying Beverly Hills to see what Mauricio gives that Kyle didn't give. I think we're going to see a huge bump in viewership and a huge bump in ratings for season 2 of Buying Beverly Hills. We'll probably get a spike in Buying Beverly Hills season 1 just because people are going to want to go back and binge to get caught up. But I think season 2 is going to surpass, and it's going to really blow it out the park because now there's so much pent up stuff. There's so many questions, and people want to know what happened and what is his perspective and all of this stuff. Is he cheating? Was she cheating? Is there a love child? What exactly happened? So I think it's going to give them a huge bump and boost. And then when it comes to the agency is going to be fine. Like, I don't think anybody's going to be like, oh no, agency, don't sell my house because Kyle and Mauricio are going through it. Like, I don't think that makes any sense. I think this type of scandal and this type of salaciousness is only going to help them, particularly because it's not like a scandal where people aren't necessarily truly identifying with Kyle as the victim, if that makes sense. So I think that's also a big reason why it's not going to hurt them. As Buying Beverly Hills season 2 draws closer, the Umansky family has been preparing for viewers to see their very personal drama unfold. While some of it has come to light on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills with Kyle, the other side of things have been left unturned. With Farah and Alexia both working at the agency along with Mauricio, the family business may be difficult to run with the family itself in turmoil. Thankfully, Buying Beverly Hills season 2 has watched every move and will be sharing the drama with viewers. Again, it goes back to what I was saying, where another big reason why I think we'll be I'm going to be watching Buying Beverly Hills season 2 because I want to see what unfolds. But again, a big reason why is cameras picked up for Buying Beverly Hills season 2, either partway through or after filming of season 13. So it's not that they were filming concurrently at the same time and we're seeing the same thing from a different angle. We're seeing aftermath. We're seeing, new stuff that happens. We see a skinnier Mauricio and all this other stuff. So we're seeing things closer to real time, and we're seeing the aftermath of season 13, because I don't think that they're done filming buying Beverly Hills season 2 yet. I know we got the trailer drop, but I don't think they're done filming yet. If it is done, it would have just wrapped, because remember, they were still filming in Aspen, and we saw that a couple months ago. So but let's watch the 2 trailers.
Came and guys, she wanted the separation. Obviously affects, the travel, obviously affects, us.
We wanted to have this conversation when we were all together for obvious reasons. I'm really sorry, you guys.
She wanted the separation.
How will this affect the business?
The agency being a large family, just like every family, there's conflict.
Sophia has a huge crush on Adam.
He was literally like, "You look amazing tonight." And I was like, "You know what I'm talking about? You're a liar."
Did I miss something? That we're not working together on this?
If you have a problem with me, you should pull me aside.
You ice me out.
When it comes to who's going to be the head of, I think that that's me.
She literally said if you guys took over the agency, it would be business suicide.
Who's the heir to the throne?
Last year, I would have said Farrah. This year, Alexia, she's really stepped up.
Wait, so does this mean I'm calling Alexia boss?
The travel.
Yeah. Crazy. Like, that's, what do you guys think about this? What do you think about, Alexia? Is she going to be, the heir to the throne, or should it be Farrah? What do you think about Mauricio coming out and saying Kyle wanted the separation? This was what she wanted. Now, Kyle was on Watch What Happens Live and being like, he said I encouraged him to go out, and that's not what I did, and blah, 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 blah. First of all, Kyle, he never said that you encouraged him to go out and date. He said that you said, I need space. We're separated. You can do you and I can do me. That's not encouragement. That's just setting what the boundaries are. With that being said, I do understand what you also said on Watch What Happens Live, that you said, well, I said that so that, if he goes out and dates, it will kind of be easier it'll be easier to deal with, because it's like, I'm the one who said it was okay. So I get that. Of course you don't want him to date, but you're like, I want to have some sense of control. So if I said it's okay for him to date and he dates, then I don't feel like it's cheating and I can buffer myself. I get that. But girl, he didn't say you encouraged him. He just said this is what you wanted. At the end of the day, do I think the separation between Kyle and Mauricio is real? I do. I think it started out as something else. I can't put my finger on it. And then it snowballed into where we're at. I think Kyle was going through it with the death of her friend Lorene. I think that the cheating allegations with Dorit, coupled with the cheating allegations from the past decade, coupled with, her maybe turning a particular age and not feeling seen, needing more time and attention and feeling like a priority, or maybe before she just sort of took it, and him just sort of being business as usual. I'm going to do what I want to do with my side pieces, allegedly, and I'm going to focus on this paper and expanding in my business, and you're going to come along for the ride with the kids the way you always have. Sort of like an identity, midlife crisis, trauma crisis going on. Do I think Kyle actually wants to get divorced from Mauricio? I don't. I think everything she was doing was for attention and to try to shake it up, to make him pay attention to her, to make him prioritize her. I think that he was willfully ignorant to the fact that she needed more from him in the marriage, because I think he chose to prioritize work over her. And I think he's willfully ignorant and willfully in denial about his confusion as to what went wrong, because he doesn't want to prioritize her. He wants things to be status quo. That's what I think is happening. Now, do I think Kyle and Morgan are real? Hell no. I've been saying that from day one. I don't think they're real. This whole, oh, it's official, love